Hello, everyone. Welcome back. The recent revelation of Justin Trudeau and Sophie Gregoire Trudeau's separation sent ripples across Canada, surprising many who had seen them as a symbol of partnership both personally and politically. However, for those familiar with the tumultuous history of the Trudeau family, this might evoke a sense of déjà vu, which is a French term that translates to already seen. Justin's parents, Pierre and Margaret Trudeau, faced an even more sensational separation marked by associations with an array of personalities. Their liaisons with various men and women added layers of complexity to their separation story, igniting speculations that went far beyond the realm of politics. This backdrop of the elder Trudeau's personal dramas subtly underscores the rumors surrounding Justin and Sophie, suggesting that sometimes, history might echo in unexpected ways, intertwining personal sagas with political narratives. Dive in with us as we unravel the complex tapestry of the Trudeau family's personal and political life. Long before Justin Trudeau made headlines as Canada's Prime Minister, the Trudeau name was already etched into the annals of Canadian history. The roots of this powerful family trace back to 1659 when the Trudeaus first migrated from France to New France, now known as Quebec. Over time, they not only integrated themselves into Canadian society but also played pivotal roles in its growth. Central to the Trudeau family's wealth is Charles-Émile Trudeau, Justin's grandfather. He wasn't just a businessman, he was a visionary entrepreneur. Charles-Émile had a knack for recognizing business potential. In the early 20th century, he founded a chain of gasoline stations, propelling him to the forefront of Montreal's business elite. But his ambitions didn't stop at gas stations. He diversified his portfolio by venturing into real estate and securities, laying a robust financial foundation for the Trudeaus. His savvy investments and business acumen resulted in a sizable inheritance. By the time his son, Pierre Trudeau, came of age, the family had established not only wealth but also a reputation. Pierre, although inheriting a fortune, would go on to make his mark in politics, becoming one of the most iconic prime ministers Canada has ever seen. Today, the Trudeau wealth continues to grow. Justin Trudeau's net worth alone stands at an impressive $90 million as of 2023. This includes his salary as the Prime Minister, speaking fees, and of course, his inheritance. During the past 20 years, Trudeau's stock portfolio grew by 47% each year, compared to a 12% rate for investors. As Canada laws prohibit Trudeau from trading in stocks, that doesn't stop him from owning shares through indirect means. Experts believe such an unusual growth rate is not possible without having inside information. But the family's influence isn't just monetary, it's deeply embedded in Canada's social and political fabric. And as we'll see, their personal lives, much like their public ones, have been nothing short of extraordinary. Now, let's talk about Elder Trudeau's personal dramas. Pierre Trudeau, the dynamic and enthralling 15th Prime Minister of Canada, has left an indelible mark on Canadian history. His charisma was unmatched, and his political astuteness remains a subject of admiration to this day. But while his political achievements are widely known, his private life, especially his relationships with various women, has been a subject of both intrigue and speculation. Pierre's journey to politics wasn't straightforward. In his college days, he embarked on studying law. However, World War II soon erupted, deeply affecting his worldview. This global conflict served as a catalyst, drawing him into the realm of politics. He was determined to make a difference, and that he did, spectacularly. From successfully navigating Canada through the tumultuous October crisis during the peak of Quebec nationalism to acquiring constitutional rights from Great Britain and instituting the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Pierre's legacy is immense. He bolstered Canada's identity, introduced bilingual reforms, and, in his impressive tenure, won 4 Canadian elections, holding the Prime Minister's office for over 15 years. His remarkable achievements in politics made him a beacon of Canadian unity and earned him the title of the best Prime Minister of the 20th century by many Canadians. Parallel to his soaring political life was a vibrant and much talked about personal life. When Pierre ascended to the position of Prime Minister in 1968, he was an unmarried man, a rarity in the world of politics. However, the bachelor PM soon became the talk of the town with his string of relationships with renowned women. John English's biography of Pierre Trudeau, Just Watch Me, delves deep into the former PM's love life. The burning question of Pierre's relationship with the Oscar-winning actress, Barbra Streisand, was addressed, with Mr. English stating, "The evidence is overwhelming that he did." But Streisand was not the only notable name in Pierre's love diary. His romantic entanglements also involved the likes of Leona Boyd, the celebrated classical guitarist, Margot Kidder, known for her role in Superman, Gail Zoe Garnett, the talent behind We'll Sing in the Sunshine, and even Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City. Pierre Trudeau's love life, coupled with his towering political legacy, paints a picture of a man who was as passionate in his personal endeavors as he was in his political pursuits. As we proceed further, we'll delve into one of the most tumultuous relationships Pierre ever had, his marriage to Margaret Trudeau. In 1971, the world witnessed a surprising union. Pierre Trudeau, at 51, wed 22-year-old Margaret Sinclair. This marriage, marked by its stark age difference of 29 years, was not just a whimsical decision of an older statesman but a testament to love, attraction, and destiny. Margaret hailed from a notable background herself. Her father, James Sinclair, was a member of the House of Commons, representing Vancouver North in the 1940 federal election. On the other hand, her mother, Kathleen Bernard, was the daughter of Thomas Bernard, a railway clerk. This was not a typical political union, but one forged from personal connection. Their paths first crossed on vacation in 1966. Margaret, a vivacious 18-year-old, met Pierre, then the Attorney General. While Margaret initially had no lasting impression of Pierre, he was struck by the proverbial love at first sight. Fast forward to March 4, 1971, Pierre made an unexpected journey to Vancouver and married Margaret. This intimate affair took the media and public by storm when it was announced the following day. Nobody had an inkling about their secret love or that they had formalized a marriage contract 6 months prior. Their union bore fruit quickly with the birth of their first son, Justin Trudeau, 9 months later, followed by 2 more sons, Alexander and Michel. The initial years were marked by evident passion and public displays of affection. Together, they made appearances, attended book signings, and even jointly participated in the 1974 election campaign. Margaret often spoke fondly of Pierre, praising his good looks and expressing how much she learned about love from him. However, as years progressed, the passion began to fade. The age gap, differences in personal values, and the pressures of public life started taking a toll. Margaret, who was in her early 20s, craved the normalcy of youth, the freedom, fun, and beauty. Instead, she found herself thrust into the limelight as the Prime Minister's wife, under 24-hour scrutiny. Her attire, hairstyle, speech, and even behavior were continually judged, and any misstep would be splashed across headlines. Margaret later articulated her feelings in her memoirs, drawing a comparison to her life as Mrs. Trudeau to living in a luminous cage, similar to a mental hospital patient, devoid of any personal decision-making. This intense scrutiny and pressure exacerbated her bipolar disorder. To add to the strain, Pierre's demanding role as the Prime Minister meant he was often unavailable, leaving Margaret to grapple with her illness and care for their 3 young children. Her struggle became public, with instances of smoking marijuana in front of security, scaling the wall of the Prime Minister's residence in Ottawa, and impulsively tearing up an artist's work that bore Pierre's motto, "Reason before passion." By 1977, the cracks in their marriage were too evident, and their separation was announced. Margaret moved out, and Pierre was granted custody of their 3 children, a decision reflecting the times and the pressures of public life. The end of Margaret's marriage to Pierre Trudeau did not signify the end of her life in the spotlight. Instead, the following years became a whirlwind of adventures, associations, and most importantly, liberation for Margaret. The bright lights of fame did not dim for Margaret, but rather took on a different hue. She began to be seen with some of the world's most renowned celebrities. Studio 54, the epicenter of glitz, glamour, and the disco era, saw Margaret in attendance, dancing the night away, and fully embracing the fervor of the 70s. Among the most sensational of her escapades was her association with the legendary band, the Rolling Stones. Rumors swirled around her relationship with the iconic Mick Jagger. While the nature of their relationship was the subject of much speculation and media frenzy, it solidified Margaret's image as a free spirit, unshackled by the constraints of her former life. But Mick Jagger wasn't the only notable man linked to Margaret. Millionaire Bruce Nivens, Hollywood's golden boy and Oscar winner Jack Nicholson, and renowned actors like Ryan O'Neal were all said to have been smitten by Margaret's charm and zest for life. These associations, whether romantic or platonic, placed Margaret at the heart of the world's most elite circles. On November 16, 1983, Pierre Trudeau filed for a no-fault divorce at the Ontario Supreme Court, a decision that became final on April 2, 1984. Not long after, on April 18, 1984, Margaret, with her 3 sons in attendance, exchanged vows with Ottawa real estate developer Fried Kemper. Together, they were blessed with 2 children. Many say that Margaret possesses a spirit of freedom. By 1999, Margaret and Fried Kemper had parted ways through a divorce, allowing Margaret to embrace her independence once more. One can't help but wonder, would this inherent sense of freedom be passed on to her son, Justin? No story involving public figures is complete without its share of sensational claims, especially when Donald Trump is in the mix. The former U.S. president, known for his audacious remarks and uninhibited style, made quite a controversial claim about Margaret Trudeau that stirred the pot. In a revelation from a book by former White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham, Trump allegedly remarked to her about Margaret's involvement with the iconic rock band, the Rolling Stones. Trump boldly claimed that Justin Trudeau's mother had relations with all of the Rolling Stones. The claim was explosive and instantly became a talking point in the media. While Margaret had been previously associated with the Rolling Stones, especially Mick Jagger, this sweeping statement was audacious even by Trump's standards. Controversies often serve as the double-edged sword of politics. The strains of Pierre's marriage with Margaret, combined with the controversies that surrounded her, painted a picture of a dedicated public servant battling personal trials while still fulfilling his duties. Many Canadians sympathized with the Prime Minister, viewing him as a strong figure facing adversity with grace. While many saw Pierre as an intellectual and sometimes distant figure, the public tales of his marital challenges and the subsequent scandals made him more relatable. It showed him as a father, a husband, and ultimately, a human being with real emotions and challenges. The media's fixation on Margaret's escapades sometimes diverted attention away from Pierre's policies and political decisions. This allowed his government to operate without the usual scrutiny, making it easier to push through more controversial or challenging legislations. The personal lives of public figures, especially those as spotlighted as the Trudeau family, are never entirely private. Justin Trudeau, born into the limelight, experienced an upbringing that was both a privilege and a challenge. As the eldest son of Pierre and Margaret Trudeau, Justin was in the epicenter of the storm that was their marriage, their separation, and the ensuing scandals. Children are impressionable, and for Justin, watching the relationship between his parents unravel would have been tough. Their love story, which began like a fairy tale, slowly morphed into a series of challenges, creating an environment of uncertainty. Being in close proximity to their struggles, Justin might have already faced emotional and psychological challenges that would affect his decisions about marriage. In the political and personal landscape that the Trudeau family has traversed, it seems history might be circling back, with rumors and speculation surrounding another Trudeau in the limelight. For Justin and Sophie, as with many high-profile couples, rumors became an unwanted constant, amplified by every gesture, look, or public appearance. Two significant names emerged in these rumors, Melanie Joly and Idris Elba. Melanie Joly, the Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister's close working relationship with Justin, due to the nature of their professions, became fodder for gossip columns and online speculations. Photographs of the two appearing close in various events were dissected and analyzed, often overlooking the professional nature of their relationship. The fact that Jolie remained untouched during Justin's cabinet reorganization added another layer to the speculations, with some implying that a personal relationship influenced professional decisions. While Jolie has consistently denied any romantic involvement with Justin, the rumors persisted, contributing to the ongoing narrative about the Trudeau marriage. Idris Elba, an English actor. The rumors surrounding Sophie and Idris Elba emerged from a seemingly unrelated event, both announcing that they tested positive for COVID-19 after attending the same charity event in London. The fact that Elba mentioned being exposed to someone who had tested positive, later known to be Sophie, was enough to send the rumor mills into overdrive. The internet began drawing conclusions, linking them romantically, even though there was no substantial evidence to support such claims. Personal lives of politicians, especially in Canada, aren't typically the primary focus of public discourse, emphasizing the significance of this news. However, this separation may humanize Trudeau. Many Canadians, who might have distanced themselves from politics, could relate to the universal experience of relationship challenges. Marital breakdowns are common, and seeing a leader go through this could cast Trudeau in a more empathetic light. Sophie's political role. It's anticipated that he will continue his political career and likely run in the next election. Will Justin get an unexpected political win from the separation, or was it well planned? The Trudeau family stands as a testament to the intricate dance between personal and public lives, especially in the crucible of politics. Pierre and Margaret's passionate and tumultuous love story, shadowed by an age gap and political pressures, set a precedent that continues to influence the Trudeau legacy. Their son, Justin, despite growing up amidst personal turmoil and public scrutiny, emerged as a significant political figure in his own right, facing challenges reminiscent of his parents. His relationship with Sophie Gregoire Trudeau further underlines the challenges faced by political families, where whispers of infidelity, personal crises, and the omnipresent media gaze become part and parcel of their existence. The story of the Trudeaus serves as a poignant reminder of how deeply intertwined personal struggles can become with political narratives, and how, even in the face of adversity, some families manage to leave an indelible mark on their nation's history. Thanks for delving into the intricacies of the Trudeau separation saga with us. If you found this exploration intriguing, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more compelling insights. We'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments section. Keep the conversation going, stay informed, and we'll see you in our next video.